Hello everyone and welcome back to the Call of Duty Diamonds YouTube channel. In today's video I'm going to be talking through some of the most underrated tips for Warzone to help you get more wins. So without further ado, let's get into this. The first tip I want to talk about is going to be communication. Communication on this game is going to be obviously very important. This is a bit more of an obvious one obviously because communication is going to be key. Communication is key in basically most games. And especially in a battle royale game, you're going to have to communicate where the enemies are. So having a party with a few friends who you know, you're going to need to have that because you're going to need to communicate. You're going to be needed to talk to people and let each other know what's happening, what everyone's doing, and all that kind of stuff, where the enemies are. So you're going to have to be calling out quite a lot of the times. The next step I want to talk about is going to be using heartbeat sensor. A heartbeat sensor in this game is going to be one of the key things on your class that you can be using. It's going to be one of the most helpful pieces of equipment you can use, especially if you are playing solos. In solos, a lot of people don't use Ghost for some reason. They do use Overkill with a sniper and a weapon, but this is what you guys don't want to do. I really advise you guys not using Overkill. Do not use Overkill because a lot of people, just like I said then, the number one thing that people use at the moment is going to be a heartbeat sensor. Heartbeat sensors are really good because it's basically going to be like a mini portable UAV in your hand. So this is going to be really helpful to go ahead and know exactly where the enemies are. Now, obviously, with every single person using this, then the most helpful perk you can be using to avoid this is going to be Ghost. So I really recommend you guys sticking on Ghost. Whatever you do, do not use Overkill. Overkill is going to be one of the biggest mistakes you can possibly make in Warzone because you're going to be on that radar. Whenever people use UAVs, whenever someone uses a personal radar, they're going to know exactly where you are. So what I recommend you guys doing instead is going ahead and sticking on Ghost and then waiting until you pick up a sniper off the ground or whatever you're using. Now what I've been using recently is going to be an RPG. An RPG on Warzone is actually probably one of the most powerful and underrated weapons at the moment. So I really advise you guys going ahead and using an RPG. I cannot stress it enough, an RPG is going to be one of the most helpful pieces of equipment or weapons you can use. You guys will see in the gameplay in the background, we do get this win and all of these things come into play. Now one of the next things I want to talk about is going to be positioning. Positioning on Warzone is going to be really important. You're going to have to think about the next circle. So every single time the circle shrinks, I recommend you guys opening your map and finding a building or a nice area to go in that new circle. And then you want to do the same until the very last circle. So as you guys can see here, what me and my friends are doing, the circle is to our left and we know there is people camping in the other direction. So we're going to take the height advantage, we're going to get on top of this roof because having height advantage in Warzone is going to be one of the most helpful things you can do. So as you can see, we have the height advantage. All these people over here are basically completely screwed because they are out in the open and we have the biggest advantage possible because we have the height advantage, we have cover and all of that kind of stuff. Now, the next people who were left were camping in this building just here. They were just to our left, so what we did is we waited because the circle was actually outside of the building, so they would have to move outside the circle if they wanted to win. So as you can see with the RPG, I chuck a few RPGs in the window and this helps me get them quite weak. I also kill one enemy in there, so that's really helpful, and there is only 3 people on the enemy team left. So what we do is we get the height advantage. Height advantage on Warzone is going to be absolutely key. So as you guys can see, I RPG that window just to make sure there's no one camping in there, and now we know that the final people are all in this one building and they have to come out that door no matter what. So what we do is we get the height advantage, we get the good position on top of the building, and we all have the advantage, and the people below us are basically, there's no chance of them winning because they have to come out the door, as you guys can see. So we're going to wait for them. We've all got RPGs. I placed a few proximity mines around the outside here, and as you can see, it's going to be really helpful for this. So thanks for watching. That's basically been it for today's video. Just a quick little video to talk about a few little tips that a lot of people don't actually know, and as you can see, we do end up winning the game. So yeah, thank you for watching and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.